Right, everyone, Dancentral here, and welcome to, I suppose you could call it an end of year video. Second time I've tried recording this. I did a really good take before, absolutely fine, until I tried to put it onto my desktop to edit it, and it said error downloading file, and no matter what I tried, I couldn't get it off my phone to upload it. Brilliant, considering it was such a good take and I said some great stuff in it, which you're probably going to forget most of in this take. So, joys of editing and computers. But anyway, I'll try and remember as much as I can, and I'll probably watch the other version later on my phone because I can't get it off my phone, and realise there was stuff on there that I wish I'd said. But hey ho, there we go. So yes, as you've seen in the title above, this is an end of year highlights video. I thought it would just be a good idea, it'd be something nice to do. If any of you out there want to do one as well, your own sort of thoughts and stuff, it would be great to see your own videos as well. But I just wanted to do a personal video just to kind of express some of my best highlights from this year that really made 2014 for me on YouTube, and just give a massive thank you to everyone that's obviously showed continued support, as well as you know, contributed to projects that I've done, and obviously projects of theirs that I've also contributed to myself as well. So basically, the first thing that I was going to mention, or that I did mention in the last take, was the RETROUNLIM network. Now, if you don't know what the RETROUNLIM network is, sorry, then you've got to check it out. Where have you been? I'll put a link to the website in the description bar, or description box, should I say. See, it's going well already. I'm fluffing my words now because I'm just annoyed with technology, but there we go. So yeah, but they've also got their own YouTube channels, of course, and stuff like that. Now, the RETROUNLIM network has just been, it's just fantastic. It really is. Ever since I discovered it and I've been involved in it, and you know, met people through it, it's just been an absolutely fantastic experience. It really has. I've met some of the best people that I've ever met. You know, not just on YouTube, but in general as well, really. It's just been absolutely fantastic people. You know, I have great friends, you know, that live near me, and now I have great friends, you know, on YouTube that are a bit sort of further afield, which, you know, you never know, there may be scope to meet up with some of the people I've not met up with yet that I'm getting on with really well, you know, in the future. But yeah, they've just been absolutely fantastic. You know, the RETROUNLIM network, it does live streams every so often on Friday evenings, and the first live stream that I was ever involved with, I was shit scared. I'm not gonna lie, I was really nervous. I think Shock16 was on the first one that I ever did, so it wasn't that bad because at least I knew someone. But apart from Shocks, I hardly knew anyone, and I was pretty nervous, I'll be honest, because when I'm in groups of people that I don't particularly know that well, I can be quite quiet. It takes a while for me to kind of, you know, start speaking and getting involved with conversation and stuff. So I was a little bit weary and stuff like that. But I tell you, honest to God, even, you know, from the word go, they just made me feel so welcome. They really did. Like, they obviously saw that there was a new face in the stream, someone that they didn't know, but they were just brilliant. You know, when people are having general conversation, you tend to just sit back and listen. But what they did, which is what was just fantastic, and I've always been so grateful to them for this, is that they were constantly asking me questions directly, which then made me contribute, because it made me want to answer, because they were asking it directly to me. So then I would, you know, I'd have to answer. And because of that, I was contributing, obviously. And they kept on doing that, so I kept on contributing. And then that just kind of built up my confidence, got me more used to it. And thanks to that, before I knew it, we were all talking, you know, and I was contributing quite a bit. And the more streams I did, the more I got to know the people, because a lot of them were doing, you know, more than one stream. So I saw the same faces as well as newer ones as well. Just built up my confidence, and before I knew it, I'd made some just great friends through doing it. And now I've connected to them elsewhere, and, you know, I'd speak to them, you know, on a regular basis, and they've just been absolutely fantastic. I really could not ask for a better bunch of people that I've met through those streams. I really couldn't.
Your lookalike?
Lady Gaga.
What?
Michelle Pfeiffer.
Justin Timberlake.
Nah, I used to be a younger Michelle Pfeiffer, but nah.
Bilbo Baggins. R2D2.
John
Williams.
I know it.
Console Stomp.
John Williams.
I know it.
Pat Butcher.
Lil Mo. Sorry, I'm rich.
The Undertaker.
Is it Thelma from Thelma and Louise?
Is it Stimpy?
James. The Undertaker's right boob.
Rocker in Modern Life.
This sheep.
Hulk Hogan's now saggy boob.
The disturbing thing of communism.
Aquaman. Justice League.
Oh, Barry's got one. I got it. I know it. I knew it. You ready?
Oh my jaw.
You were dead ringer for the banking crisis of 2008.
The founder of the Left Twix building.
Try that again.
I was more fan of
Founder of the left Twix building. I say the founder of the right Twix building.
And they've just been absolutely incredible. They really have. They're such great people. They've all been really supportive, sharing their passion for gaming with each other, and just so humbled really by the support and the fact that they made me feel so welcome, literally straight away. And I just want to say a big thank you to Harry YACK, who does such a great job of hosting the streams, and obviously Steve as well, who's part of obviously the network itself. And even Steve as well, as well as letting me know when the streams are going and when they're running, so that I can get involved if I'm free. He's also just been a great friend as well. If I've had any days where I've not been feeling too good, I just needed a bit of a lift. He's always been there, asking if I'm okay and stuff like that, and if I need someone to talk to. Which also leads me on to another awesome dude called Michael Burhan, who again I met through the streams, and he's just been a bit of a godsend, especially recently as well, just through making me feel so much better. Because sometimes you feel a bit like life's kind of hitting a bit of a roadblock, and you just kind of need someone to tell you that everything's okay, and it could be worse, and it's not all bad, and you will get through certain things. And he's been great for saying things like that to me, and being so supportive, and just being just an awesome dude really, just to kind of make me feel so much better, and just get me through kind of bad days, I guess, without being too personal, just kind of getting through bad days and stuff. So he's been awesome too, and if it wasn't for the RETROUNLIM network, I wouldn't have met him either. And Michael does awesome shows as well on the website. He does Slamcast. There are lots of podcasts that are going on in the website anyway, but he does a great job of that. He does stuff into the early hours of the morning. He's so dedicated. He's like an owl, literally. He's just up all hours, and he contributes so much to the website. Throughout the whole evening really, and into the early hours of the morning. So he's great. He's very dedicated, very talented at what he does, and even with his gym training, and that's what I'm trying to get back onto again in the new year myself. He's very dedicated. Anything he sets his mind to, he just pushes it full force, and he doesn't let anything stand in his way, and he will do it. Nothing's going to stop him. He's a bit of an inspiration, to be fair. Just keep on being awesome, dude. Thank you for all your support. You've been an absolute rock recently. There's guys like that, and JL76 Gaming, John Latimer, who does again another show on RETROUNLIM. He does a show called Desert Island Games. Sorry, I've completely just whoosh. Wasn't thinking there. Desert Island Games, which I very privileged to be on one of the episodes, sharing my choices for games I would take to a desert island if I could. I had such a blast. He's such a nice guy. It's just so great to chat to. What is going on with my hair? It doesn't want to stay. There you go. God, I come across so vain sometimes on videos, but I'm really not. I just don't want to look an absolute state. JL76 Gaming, he's just such an awesome dude. He really is. So great to chat to. I think we went into overtime, which means that I think the episode runs for about an hour and a half, But if you go for over that, you go into what's called overtime. If you find that if the conversation dries up, then it won't. But if you're going off on a bit of a tangent and you just have loads to chat about and you just keep on going, because you can never tell sometimes, you go into overtime. We went into overtime because we just had such a great time chatting about the games and stuff. And obviously they were my choices, so they're very passionate to me. So I did go off on one a little bit, but yeah, it was just brilliant.
I'm a huge fan of orchestral music as well, and obviously doing music at uni, I was immersed in everything you can think of. Yeah. But I've actually got a few albums of just literally orchestral computer game music that's been played by like the London Symphonic Orchestra. Cool. And it's just, for me, it's just an amazing experience to be able to hear it played by a full orchestra. Is just out of this world. Yeah. So,
I mean, have you ever tried playing Sonic 2 with the sound off? It just isn't the same.
No, it just doesn't work. That's what I was saying earlier. Like, if you used to turn it off, people would go, "Oh, turn it back on again." Where's the music? But then, with it being there in general, people don't. I feel appreciate as much as it should be. It's taken for granted, I think, a lot of the time, and a lot of the composers and writers of it, I think, just deserve more credit. Personally.
Even back in the day, back in the 80s, before like you had better quality sound in the kind of 16-bit.
Yeah.
Even back in the day, like the little simple tunes you could get in like even Spectrum games and things like that, Amstrad, were amazing.
Absolutely. I mean, Sonic music in general has been remixed so many times. But the thing that I like about that is that remixers take kind of modern day dance beats, if you like, or dubstep beats, whatever they want to use, and then they stick it with obviously earlier kind of sounding music, and it's kind of two different eras kind of suddenly thrown together as well, which I think is a really cool idea, and it really does work. And computer game music that's modernised in that respect as well, I think it's a really good thing and really interesting.
Desert Island Games, if you've not checked it out, do it, because it's brilliant. I'll put a link to my episode underneath as well if you want to check out how conversation went, and it was just, it was so funny. It was brilliant. So thank you very much for having me on your show, John. You're an absolute legend, dude. So thank you very much. And then one of my brothers, Gashead Steve, he does a similar show on there called Desert Island Films. Again, similar to what games would you take to a desert island, but now what films? I haven't been on it yet, and I've been meaning to go on it for ages, and I've been a bit naughty and not not a chance to get on lately to do it with him. But Steve, mate, I will be, honestly, in the new year. I'll get on that. We'll get that episode smashed out for you, definitely, no worries. So yeah, check that out too. It's an awesome show. But there's loads of podcasts going on. There's always something going on the RETROUNLIM network. Whatever it is, there's always something going on. So there's something for everyone. People upload their own videos to the site as well, which I need to start doing again, because I was doing a few, and then I haven't been, unfortunately, so I need to do some, because I've got the introduction, so I can just stick those on my videos again and stuff like that. But yeah, great network. It's done a lot for me this year. It's really, really helped me out in lots of different ways. I've met some amazing people through the streams as well. I'll list a few people, but if I don't mention you, please don't think it's intentional. It's just because obviously when there's a lot of people, it's hard to remember everybody. So honestly, if I don't mention you, please don't think that I've done that on purpose. You are still included, obviously. I just wanted to give some special mentions, but obviously you're all special anyway. So please don't think this is intentional. But people like Aidan Watkins, Novabug, Lawn Boys Post 1975, Dave, Scott Bailey, who was on one of the earlier, I think the very first podcast I ever did, actually, and I think Aidan Watkins was on the very first one as well. T-Rex Space Station, such a talented musician, which actually Aidan Watkins is an incredibly talented musician as well. Just very, very, very talented people, but both very, very good guitarists. Aidan Watkins does great stuff from like video games, Sonic stuff, and T-Rex Space Station, Ben, he does intros for people. He did JL76 Gaming's intro for his Desert Island Games show, and he's also done a few others. He's done one for Interghost as well, on his new introduction that he now uses. So yeah, T-Rex Space Station, very, very talented dude. You're awesome, man. And Aidan Watkins, what can I say? We have the most hilarious banter. We really do. yeah, because we're both massive Sonic the Hedgehog fans, which is even better. He's always making me jealous by showing me like pictures of him playing Knuckles Chaotix, because he's now got the actual hard copy of it. He's got the actual cartridge and the actual hardware 32X for the Sega Mega Drive to use it without using emulation. So he's always making me jealous. And he has Sonic Jam as well, which I really want to get and need to get and haven't got yet, and he does. So it's a bit of a tongue twister, but yeah, he's got that, and yeah, he's just a great guy. He really is. He's very funny, and again, he's always there if I'm ever having a crap day. So yeah, Aiden's awesome too.
But DL76 Gaming also asks, what is your favourite childhood character?
Actually, this game into that.
Sonic the Hedgehog.
Sonic the Hedgehog. Sonic the Hedgehog.
Obviously, this guy is.
So I take it you're all in these
I
Sonic.
punch you in the balls, bad man.
Sonic
I'm more a Mario fan.
and the Mario camp.
Ooh.
Is this strictly games or cartoons as well?
Yeah, I was about to say that. Yeah.
Everything.
Bad man.
Everything.
They're both in cartoons as well and games, so yeah.
They are.
I'm gonna go for Cyril Snare from the Raccoons.
Batman followed by
Fucking
Deadpool
hell.
and Punisher.
Scrooge McDuck.
I hated the Raccoons.
Yeah.
Chris, how can you hate the Raccoons, man?
Oh, mate. I wanted to bend Sills.
Everything's peaceful in Evergreen Forest.
Yeah. I wanted to bend Sil Sneer's nose the other way. Bastard. I hated it.
Sniff his
I
eyes.
fucking hated it.
What do people think of the Castle of Illusion remake that they did?
Meh.
We were talking about that before. It's actually really, really good.
I really liked it.
Yeah,
Really?
it feels similar to the first game. It has exactly the same feeling to it, but it's just like expanded on it really well. I think it plays.
No, I agree. Yeah, it looks fantastic. One of my favourite Master System games that was.
All I gotta say is, why can't they remake the Hercules game on the PlayStation?
I think when it comes to remakes, you're treading in very dangerous ground.
Love that game.
Well,
it was the first game to have a PlayStation. I loved it. I don't care.
So when you're talking about remakes, I think especially with popular titles, you're treading in dangerous ground because you don't want to step on people's toes, you know. And when you have a memorable title, this is why they've delayed and probably never going to do it. Remaking Final Fantasy VII.
Oh, that's a very. Yeah.
Are they so afraid of pissing so many people off if they get it wrong?
Well, I approach remakes very skeptically. Like, my first thought is, how have they fucked up this game that I love? And they have to impress me from there. I think most people are the same.
Yeah.
Well, I don't really class this game as a remake, but a reimagining of the game. But Thief, the new Thief, fucking blows. So fucking badly.
I've been Mr. YACK, as seen in this picture here. Joining me tonight, I've had Mr. Aiden Watkins.
Enough of that. Turn off!
Mr. T-Rex Space Station. Novabug.
See you later.
The control form.
Hang on.
Who's got...
Hang on.
He's pissing around with his phone and fucking up the intro.
At the moment.
Thank you. I am sexy and cool. Good night.
Do it again. Do it again.
Dream.
We didn't hear any of it. Do it again.
Am I sexy?
You're very good looking.
No.
That's right, Siri, drinking all in.
If I were a human, I would come.
I once said to Siri, "I love you," and he goes, "Do you say that to all your Apple products?"
Well, it's just proof that Siri lies.
And my other guests tonight, Dancentral. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
And Mr.
Nice to meet you, Dan.
Nice to meet you all too, guys. Cheers.
And Mr. Shock16. No.
Hasta la vista, baby.
Hasta la vista, Shocks. Right.
Oh, don't you be doing that anymore.
Cats don't kill people. Rappers do. Yeah. Right.
Oh, here we go.
But there's so many people. There really is. I just wanted to give out some special mentions because you guys deserve it really, because you've really made me feel so welcome and just broadened my whole YouTube experience, and I've just found so many great friends in all you guys, and yeah, you're just brilliant. You really are. So yeah, there's other people as well. There really is Rich Higton, another guy as well who's just decent. But yeah, the only way I could really get a lot of the guys on here is if I look on my Facebook, really. There's a group that I've made, actually, if you're interested, called YouTubers Collaboration Videos and Community Projects. If you've done a collaboration video or community project on your YouTube channel with another YouTuber, you can post on this group and join it as well. And a lot of the guys are in here, so this would probably actually help me to bring some of the guys up that I'm really good friends with now. But yeah, there's some awesome guys on here, as well as in general, that are on the group, and also been part of RETROUNLIM network. So Monkey Spaz 5000, James, right? James is an awesome guy. He basically picked up a copy of Assassin's Creed Unity after not getting it the first time, and then I found it for £25 in Sainsbury's. Tesco, Tesco. So I picked up, like it even matters, like I was back and forth, like it matters what supermarket I went to. Anyway, yeah, picked it up for £25, and he said that he'd seen it but didn't pick it up, and then he started regretting it, and especially when I picked it up, he was like, yeah, maybe I should have done. And then he went back and then picked it up and then sent me a picture, so that was quite funny. And I mentioned him in my other video, my Epic Pickups video, but I stupidly, for some reason, said Monkey Spaz 3000. I don't know why I said that, just wasn't thinking. When I went to do a retake and change it, people walked in the house, so I had to cut the whole thing, and then that was it. So I had to use what I had to take that out and just use what I had, so I wasn't able to include him in the end, because I messed up. I know he said to me he wasn't looking for a mention anyway, but I don't care. You're being mentioned, mate. Monkey Spaz 5000, top dude. Really, really is awesome. And yeah, he's just picked up Unity as well, so hopefully we can get some online gaming done at some point, mate, for sure. Ollie Martin is awesome. He actually told me about the new 3DS that's being released at some point in early 2015 in the UK and the rest of Europe, which if he hadn't told me, I would never have known, and I would have ended up buying an original 3DS and then wasting loads of money. So he really saved me a lot there. Carl Woodlin, awesome mate. He's been so complimentary about my piano skills and everything, and I really can't thank him enough. He was great in a live stream. He was very, very, very complimentary, and just said such great things about my piano playing and stuff, so it really meant a lot.
I want to watch one of his videos on piano playing.
Yes.
I think I'm on the same person.
Yeah,
somebody shouted you out, and I didn't know who you was. My apologies.
It's all right.
And well, it doesn't really matter who he is, because have you seen him on a piano? He is fucking wizard, absolute wizard on those black and whites. And I'm not being racist.
He's awesome.
He is bloody good, isn't he?
Oza. So yeah, Dan. He's a great guy. He comments on every single video I upload without fail. He's very, 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 very loyal to people that he chats to, and supportive, and he's just awesome. I can't really say much more than that. Infected Flinch, Dave, funny guy, a fellow Philips CDI fan, I guess. It's alright, it flopped, we know that, but you know, it's nice to find someone that's into it quite a lot, as much as me and also the half-blind gamer Sebastian is. So it's awesome to find other people that are as into it as much as I am. Chris Heaney is a good dude. He always comments on stuff. He's very, very cool. And yeah, obviously Novabug, Chris, great guy, really great guy. Lawnboys Post 1975, Dave, and Rich Higton, I think I've mentioned him already. Sean Morris, awesome dude. Lactobacillus Prime, if that's how you pronounce it, who was Mark Vigier. Funny guy, very funny guy. Giles, very funny guy. And I think that's it for really RETROUNLIM that I can think of off the top of my head. But the guys are just brilliant. They really are. If I haven't mentioned you, please don't take that personally. I've tried to do my best with a bit of help from Facebook, because there are so many of you. But apologies if I haven't mentioned you. You are still obviously included. Right, from there, I don't want this video to be too manic long. So basically from there, I just wanted to mention some projects that I've also been involved with, but personally, from my own ones and also ones that I've contributed to. So basically, if you followed the Sunday Stroll this year, you probably know about this already, but basically my three brothers, that are just... These guys, seriously, like, they have just been there for me, like, throughout the whole year and more, really. I couldn't ask for more from them, really. When you have a friend, you know you have friends, and then you have those very kind of few friends that just are there, and they just mean a lot to you, and you become very close with, and you always support each other, and whenever someone's feeling down, you all kind of come together and support them and make sure they're okay. These guys are that and more, really. Shock16, he's probably one of my best friends ever on YouTube, and not only YouTube, in person. He is a real close best friend. I've met him several times in person, and he's just brilliant. He's so funny, so supportive. You just have such a laugh, and you can just do crap you can just fuck about with, and you know you're going to have just hilarious times and everything. So he's just been always there, really, and I can't thank him enough. And if it wasn't for YouTube, I wouldn't know him either, so it is quite surreal, but I'm so grateful. And then Interghost as well. It's a second brother, if you like. Again, same, really. Just a great guy, just hilarious, and can't really ask for much more, really. And then the other one is Gashead Steve. So again, haven't met him in person yet, unfortunately, because he couldn't make Revival in August when myself, Interghost, and Shock16 went. But he is just an awesome dude, and I can't wait to meet him. And I'm sure in 2015 it will happen. In fact, it will happen. No, there's no ifs or buts. It will happen, because with us going to Revival again next year, there's that as well. But it will happen, and he doesn't live a million miles away from me anyway, so even better. But yeah, the Sunday Stroll in general, you know, I couldn't believe how well it kind of did in the end. You know, it was only meant to be a one-off. It was never meant to be more than, a couple of episodes at least, if that. Well, if that, really. And then before I knew it, my three best friends jumped on it and decided they wanted to get involved. And, you know, it ended up being 10 episodes. We ended up getting a whole season out of it. And I just can't believe it that we managed to do that, but we did. Oh! I just stepped on my extension lead and switched everything off by mistake. What an idiot. That's what you get for messing about with your foot. And I was running a full system scan as well with Norton Antivirus. Damn. And I've just interrupted the whole thing. Well done, Dan. Anyway, so yeah, Sunday Stroll, I couldn't believe we got a whole season out of it, and we're looking to do a second season early 2015 as well. Welcome to the Sunday Stroll. Sonic Adventure, fantastic game, love the music. I've got a few piano videos on my channel of some of the music from the game as well. It's just beautiful music, really, and complements what happens on screen very, very well. Sonic, game review, watch there. Yeah, the wind. Anyway, I hope you can hear me. As I say, Sonic R. So yeah, it's got some cheesy music on it, but it's absolutely just a pleasure to listen to it. Like, it makes a bad game good, because that cheesy soundtrack, that living in the city, you know, you got to survive, got to keep the dream alive.
Donkey Kong Country just takes me right back to when I was a kid. Probably one of the first Super Nintendo games I played, and it's just
first level in Quackshot, it's got the funky riff, and I just love funky riffs like that, you know, things that you can get in your head, get stuck in your head, and you can't get out. So yeah, my last option is therefore going to be the awesome Disney game Quackshot. And you've probably guessed by now that we were all in the same location all along. Hello. So, howdy ho. So there we go. So we thought it'd be a nice ending to the season to have the three of us in the same shot. We are, however, missing one person.
That's Steve.
That's our Gashead.
That's our Gashead.
Our Gashead.
Our Gashead. So we're going to literally put this down, and I believe he's around somewhere. He's going to come along and pick it up and continue his little bit where we leave off. Yeah, indeed. So thank you ever so much, everybody that supported the season. We love you. We love you. Thank you everyone that supported it from the beginning. You're all awesome. And without further ado, we're going to let. We're gonna let Gashead continue where we left off. Thank you ever so much, people. See you later.
Dan? Sunday stroll? Revival? Revival! Fuck! I miss Revival. Oh well. Next year, for sure. As you guys know, I missed you loads and loads and loads. I'm really gutted I didn't go. So, soundtracks and games. Now, lots and lots and lots to go for. You've got the brilliant Streets of Rage. Streets of Rage 2, should I say? Streets of Rage. You know what I mean.
But they were just great at getting the footage to me every week, and just being so supportive of the whole project. You know, I initially did it as a one-person thing, so I didn't think anyone would be interested, and then just the fact that they were so interested, they jumped on board, and they just got the footage to me every week. I just can't thank them enough. I really can't. So, you know, just awesome people, really, and hopefully we'll be back early next year. The other project that's been a highlight for me is Dancentral's news. So it's a news thing that I've been doing where I just share with you the latest news with regards to gaming and also non-gaming related things. And Shock16, my broski, he's the weatherman on that project. So I couldn't believe when I first saw him do that, when he first sent that across in the first episode, what he'd done with a map, and it's just, he took so much time out of his day and put so much effort into doing that. I was just so humbled by that, and I just couldn't believe that he'd gone all out for me. He didn't have to do that at all. He could have just done a bit of dialogue and that would have been fine, but he really did. Not only that, he made the rest of it look even good, even better than it did anyway, because he also put some other stuff in my bit that looks so much better, and because his software's a bit better than mine, I'll be honest. But yeah, he does such a great job, and I was just so grateful. So that will continue hopefully into next year. I'm sure it will. Early 2015 we'll get some more Dancentral's news episodes up, if any of you guys have been following it. Hi and welcome to Dancentral's news. This week on Dancentral's news, we have had news that there has been footage leaked of a cancelled Gears of War game. Moving on, they are releasing a NES-inspired 3DS XL. It's coming exclusively though, however. It's a bit of a drawback for the UK fans and the guys in Europe, but it's coming exclusively to GameStop, which is obviously over in the States. Moving on to film-related news, I can exclusively reveal on Dancentral's news that I have found some really, really awesome films that will be coming out next year. Some that I'm so excited about. I can't wait. I really can't wait. So the first one we're going to kick off with is going to be actually a sequel to the 2005 remake of the Amityville Horror. It's going to be called Amityville: The Awakening, coming out in January 2015. Without further ado, I will now be passing you guys over to give you some more information on what the weather's going to be like in your areas. So let's do it. Let's pass it over to Mr. Shocks16.
Hello and welcome to the local weather with me, Shock16. As we go over to the map now, we can see that in the north we have some Gears of War, and down in the south, some GTA. And don't forget to batten down the hatches for that surge of PS4s we see sweeping the nation, which may cause a blackout as we see dying light in some areas.
So yeah, the Mega Dance Extravaganza. Now this really pulled Shocks out of his comfort zone, big time. Because I do street dance anyway, I kind of have a little bit of an idea of rhythm. And this is not saying that he doesn't, by the way. I'm not trying to make a comparison here, because you can take this more than one way. And I'm not saying that he didn't have rhythm, because you can take that. You can take certain things more than one way, so don't take it the wrong way. What I'm trying to say is, because I have an idea of rhythm, and because I've got a bit of a dance background, it kind of become a little bit more natural to me. But with Shocks, I don't mean that he couldn't do it and he was the opposite. What I mean is he just took him a little bit longer because he hasn't got that dance background, which again, that's nothing wrong with that, because you know he does certain things that I wouldn't have a clue about, and if I tried to learn anything from him, I'd be exactly the same. So it's just, you know, people have their own trades that they're involved with. You know, I work in fitness, and you know, Shocks does something completely different. So you know, when you try and switch those, obviously you're going to get that where people don't know what they're doing. Not to say that Shocks didn't, but you know what I mean. Anyway, whatever. If I start digging myself a hole. So yeah, but the point I'm trying to make is that he pulled it out of the bag. He smashed it. He absolutely smashed it. The idea of the video, of the project, was to basically come together and teach you guys watching a street dance routine that we would then perform together at the end, and then we'd also have a dance battle after that, and then after that we'd then just mess about and just dance around like idiots. So I had to teach the routine to Shocks first before he could then teach it with me, before we could then dance it out together afterwards. And do you know what? The amount of time and effort and dedication he put into it, he was determined to learn that bloody routine. It annoyed the hell out of him, but he did it. And he was determined to do it, and he did. And I was so proud of him. He did so well. It was brilliant. And if you want to see how well we pulled it off and everything, again, I'll put the link underneath to that, you know, so you can watch it. It was just, I'm so proud of him and the project itself. Literally, it's the biggest project, the most ambitious project that I've ever done to date, and that I'm sure he'll agree that he's ever done, but we pulled it off. All in all, it took about 1.5 years to do from start to finish. It took so long because obviously we're in two different parts of the UK, and there was just so much to the video that we had to do it in sections as well, because it was quite long and it was a very big project. So we had to do bits in sections. And it just took so long. And then obviously there were times where we were both really busy, so we couldn't, you know, commit to it. And yeah, all in all, it's about 1.5 years worth of work, and I'm so happy with it. It's the biggest project that I've ever done, and it was all done in good humour. It was all done for just a laugh. It was nothing serious, and he was such a good sport. He just did such a great job. And Interghost had a cameo appearance in that as well, and he was just hilarious. So I just can't believe you managed to pull it off. I managed to actually get it up on YouTube, and just thank you for all your comments on that as well, because that's my most ambitious project I've ever done to date, and I couldn't think of two other people to share that with, really, that could have done such a good job as them, and they did. They were absolutely brilliant. When you're back to here again, you're then going to pull your body forwards and your arms are going to come back. So you push forwards, pull your arms back. So the way it works, you just go boom, pull your arms back, push yourself forwards. What you do, you transfer your weight onto your left leg and you flick your right leg up behind you so that it's like that, okay? So you push forwards and your right leg comes up. Alright, so you just go boom. It's almost like you grab the air. You grab the air and you pull apart. Alright, and that's exactly the same time as that. You shift onto the left foot and the right foot comes up. So boom. Okay, like that. Okay, we're doing really well, Shocks. We're doing good. I think everyone's following just about, don't you think?
I think so. They're probably following it a little bit better than I am, to be honest with you. But they're doing very good if they've made it this far.
Couldn't agree more. So, why not then do the honours and do the next move? Go for it, dude.
I will do, thank you very much. So after we've grabbed the air and pulled it apart, we're just going to throw it back, transferring your weight to the other leg. So we're just sweeping round.
Okay, yeah, wicked. Nicely done. So this is quite a funky bit, so you're just sweeping the arms round, okay? So just...
Don't go in there.
Hey, 3.5 minutes and then went, don't go in there. Because I totally forgot he was in there. So do check that out if you want to. It'll be in the description box below. And then the other one that I've been involved with is, of course, the Three Dudes in a Sofa. Three Dudes in a Sofa, if you've not checked it out, where have you been? You have to. This is basically the brainchild of Intergo's Shock16 and Intergo's friend Paul, Templar's Grail. But in the last series, unfortunately, Paul couldn't be a part of the series. So Shock16 and Intergo's needed a stand-in for one series. And they very kindly asked if I wanted to be that stand-in. So obviously you can imagine I jumped at the chance because I'd watched the episodes with Paul in from the past, anyway, from the previous series. And I loved it. I loved the idea. I loved the fact that you could just bounce ideas off each other and you could just have an absolute laugh. And so I did. I jumped at the chance and got involved, and we did a really funny first episode, which again I'll put in the description box below if you're interested, of me, without spoiling it if you've not seen it, how I actually become involved in this in the current series, and what my entrance was like, and how it shows how Paul had to pull out of the series, and how I then become his stand-in, and how I get to be that stand-in, and what happens. It's very funny, and it was so good filming it. It really was. And the ideas that the guys had for that episode was so creative, and I couldn't have done a better job myself, really. Yeah, it was great. And then from then we've been doing episodes, and there's still episodes to put up that's still being edited. It's not all up. The series is not entirely up yet, but there are a few up already, like talking about horror films and horror games, board games, and other stuff as well. And there'll be other episodes going up soon as well.
Yeah, let me try this mode instead then.
Ich kenne nicht, was ich sage. Das Skript gerade bat mich, es zu sagen.
I think he's speaking German now.
Fucking hell.
You alright, guys? How's it going?
Well done. You alright?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks. Yeah, not too bad. So are we going to get on with filming this 3 dudes in the sofa thing then?
Yeah, man. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Good, well, let's get on with it then. You dudes don't have to piss about at times.
Hungry pose.
Yeah.
Classic. You can't really...
My kid's got that now,
fault it.
and as a parent, it's a horrible game. It's...
Yeah.
Come on, you bastard! What's he doing?
Come on, you bastard! Yeah, just there, hungry. Just there.
Oh, you're a bit too hungry.
Too many balls.
We should have made this the Cockney episode. 3 Cockneys in a sofa,
3
governor.
Cockneys on a sofa.
3 Cockneys in a bloody couch, innit, mate?
On a couch? Couch? When have we called it a couch? I called it a recliner. But you got to get the ding.
The one with the handle.
Yeah.
Cluedo. Classic.
I think it was Into Ghost in the shower with the sponge.
I think it was Shocks in the dining room with the black dildo.
Ooh, I think it was Interghost downstairs in reception with a vibrator.
Let's check.
Checked.
So,
I detect. Do you love it when people really used to think that they've really got it? They're like, I know what it is.
I know what it is.
And then go,
wrong.
no, it isn't.
It's Colonel Mustard in it. It is, isn't it? It's not.
It's not. He's really
I've got the weapon. I've definitely got the weapon.
Yeah, look
I
at
don't
me.
know
I've
who
got
the
the
person
weapon.
is. I don't know which room it is, but I know the weapon.
You really haven't. So yeah, 3 dudes in a sofa. Amazing projects that I was very lucky enough to be involved in a series of. And again, you'll see that it's all natural. It's not, when we sit on that sofa, it is raw footage. None of it's scripted. The only thing that was scripted was the start of the very first episode when you find out how I become to be the stand-in. That was because it was just funny. But then once we sit on that sofa, from then, once we start talking about different aspects and topics and stuff, it's very, very, very natural, and we just what you see is done spur of the moment, and it's all live. So yeah, and I've just had great chats with those guys about different topics that we decided to do episodes on. So 3 dudes in a sofa, check it out. It'll be in the description box below as well. And then before we finish, this is going to be a massive long video, but do you know what? It's a highlights video of the entire year. How can you cram an entire year into one video? You just can't. So do you know what? If you don't want to watch it all, you don't have to. If you've made it this far, however, congratulations, thank you so much, and just bear with me, it's only going to be a little bit more. So just want to finish off on other projects that I've been involved with as well, and that's things like Retro MasterMindless. This is the brainchild of Novabug, Chris. Basically, it's a retro version of Mastermind, so you're basically put on the spot, and you basically... you basically come up with a specialist subject, and then you also have a general knowledge round as well. And I versed my brother, Shock16, and it was so funny. It was nerve-wracking, the adrenaline was pumping, the pressure was mounting, and it was just so funny. And we had such a blast. I know Shocks did, and so did I, and I know Chris did as well, Novabug. And just having to think so quickly, even if you think you know the answer, with the pressure and everything, it's so easy to just make mistakes as well. With my general knowledge bit, I wasn't brilliant, I'll be honest. I wasn't horrendous, but I wasn't amazing either. I was pretty mediocre. funnily enough, Shocks' questions, I wish I'd had those in my general knowledge because I could have answered them. But yeah, you know, it's always luck of the draw. But yeah, did okay, not brilliantly. And then with my specialist subject, Sonic the Hedgehog, I only got one question wrong, so I was so chuffed with that. And again, it was, if you want to watch the episode, oh, it was so funny. Again, that'll be in the comments box below. Just to see me trying to think really quickly. And Chris was giving me encouragement, and Shocks was just like, oh my god, how many questions is he getting right? He couldn't believe it. And to be fair, I couldn't believe how many questions I was getting right either. They were just literally just falling off the tongue.
Well, thank you for that warm round of applause. Welcome to the 5th episode of Retro MasterMindless, the quiz show that tugs on the retro video game memories and makes grown men weep with angered frustration. In what year was Sonic the Hedgehog 1 released?
1991.
Correct. What pink female Sonic character featured in Sonic CD?
Amy Rose.
Amy Rose, correct. What is Tails' full name?
Miles Tails Prower.
Correct. Excellent. What is the second stage titled in Sonic 1 after the Green Hill Zone?
Marble Zone.
Marble Zone, correct.
But yeah, great experience, a hell of a lot of fun. Massive thank you to Novabug for coming up with the whole idea and inviting me and Shocks on as well. We're very privileged to be asked to have been a part of that. And it was just absolutely hilarious, and it was so good. And it's one of those highlights that are up there in my, you know, stuff that I've done this year, that's, you know, personally and stuff. So very, very good. Thank you very much, Novabug. And then on from that, I've also been involved recently in another one of his collaboration projects where we all sing Jingle Bells. Now that was really funny as well. I just basically messed about like an idiot with the clicking of the fingers and stuff, and he did a load of outtakes as well. It was brilliant. It was so good, and we was all singing it and taking sort of a few lines each, and it kept cutting from person to person, and you can just tell when you watch it of how much work went into that. You know, the editing. A lot of people don't realise, or they don't necessarily. I don't know if I necessarily say that people don't appreciate it, because that's probably a bit harsh, but some people do forget that a lot of work's gone into editing certain things. You think some people will probably just think that it's just you get the stuff off people and then it's just done. It's not. It's not a 5-minute job, as Novabug I'm sure will agree. Intergo, Shock16, all the other guys that I chat to on YouTube, you'll all agree, I'm sure, that, you know, it's not a 5-minute job. It can take hours to do, to get right. And if you're a little bit of a perfectionist, like I can be, not too much, but can be a little bit, it takes even longer as well. But you know, you want to do a good job, you know, especially when lots of people have been involved in the project. You want to do a good job for them. You want to make everyone look good, and you know, you don't want it to look shoddy. So you know, if you want it to look good, you've got to put the time and effort in. And I just think that, you know, you need to just. I think some people just need to remember that side of it as well, and a lot does go into it. So that's why I'm really grateful to Chris, not just for asking me, but for putting in all the time and effort to edit it as well, because I know that would have taken him a long time to do.
Dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh,
All the fields we go,
laughing all the way.
Bells on bobtails ring, making spirits bright.
What fun it is to ride and sing a sleighing song tonight.
Jingle bells, jingle all the way.
Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey!
Jingle bells, jingle all the way.
Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh.
But yeah, if you want to check that out as well, description box, you're going to have a lot of stuff to choose from if you so wish. So yeah, lots of highlights there and stuff as well. There was also an introduction to a RETROUNLIM live stream that I was involved with quite recently, where a few of us did some dance moves to, what was it? To a song on Just Dance, and I did a dance move and we all put that together, so that was funny as well. It's another little thing that I did.
No job but I answer to, ain't a fixture in the palace zoo. No, it's just the carbon nights off me. I'm living life now that I'm free, yeah. Trying to get myself together. Now I got myself together. Now I made it through the weather. Better days are gonna get better. I'm so happy the carbonite is gone. I'm moving on. I'm so happy that it's over now. The pain is gone. I'm putting on my shades to cover up my eyes. I'm jumping in my ride. I'm heading out tonight. I'm solo. I'm Han Solo. I'm Han Solo. I'm Han Solo. So happy the carbonite is gone. I'm moving on. I'm so happy that it's over now. The pain is gone. I'm putting on my shades to cover up my eyes. I'm jumping in my ride. I'm heading out tonight. I'm solo. I'm Han Solo. I'm Han Solo. I'm Han Solo. Solo. Feeling like a star. You can't stop my shine. I'm loving Cloud City. My head's in the sky. I'm solo. I'm Han Solo. I'm Han Solo. I'm Han Solo. Solo.
And I also did a Sexy Biscuits intro from a good friend Dave, aka Lawn Boys Post 1975. I basically took his intro theme, worked it all out for the piano by ear, and once I did that, I created my own kind of relaxing version of it. Yeah, he was really nice about it, and he was just, yeah, the things he said I really appreciated. It really did mean a lot, because he absolutely loved it, and I did some quite cool stuff with it. So
Lawn Boys Post 1975. He's playing games and I don't mind. Take more my cheese and then you'll please. Lawn Boys Post 1975.
if you've seen his Sexy Biscuits intros in the past, I did one for him, and I'll put that underneath in the description box below as well. But yeah, I think that's pretty much everything. So thank you very much. I know it's been a really long video, apologies, but just thank you to each and every one of you, from the RETROUNLIM network, from other projects that I've been involved with, both mine and other people's as well. You're all absolutely fantastic, and you all, you know, your friendships all mean a lot to me, and I just feel very privileged to have a lot of you guys, you know, there now in my life and stuff. And yeah, without getting too soppy, yeah, just feel very, very lucky to know so many awesome people, and, you know, people that are just genuine. They are just genuine, and, you know, you can rely on them. If you're having a bit of a shit day, they will be there for you, and stuff like that. And people that have just shown support and, yeah, have just been awesome, really have been. So, yeah, just thank you to each and every one of you for making my 2014 on YouTube so great. And I'm just looking forward to meeting new people in 2015, and also actually finally getting to meet up with some of you guys that I've only ever chatted to online and not actually met up with you in person. And even the people that I have met up with in person in the past, getting to meet you again, I'm looking forward to that too. Especially like the Gebs 24, Gemma, we have to meet up again. We really need to, and stuff like that. So yeah, thank you very much. And like I said, if I've not mentioned you, it's not intentional. There's just so many of you out there that have made my 2014 so great. I really can't thank you enough. Yeah, so yeah, you are still all included, obviously. So thank you ever so much, people. It's been an awesome year. It really has. And thank you for sticking with the video if you've got this far. So yeah, cool. Thank you very much. I'm going to go and enjoy the rest of my day. It's getting towards the evening now, so cool. Thank you very much, and I'll speak to you guys very soon. I'm sure. Have a great new year, and if I don't put up any more videos now, see you in the new year.